Are you hunting for your next holiday getaway? Want a destination where you can bask in the sun? Be careful what you wish for. While most of us enjoy an afternoon sunbathing, topping up on some much-needed vitamin D, you can always have too much of a good thing. Indeed, some of the world's sunniest countries bake under scorching sunshine for large parts of the year. No clouds, no rain, just an endless sea of sun. From the Sahara to the sweltering climes of North America, sunshine is the norm, not the exception. But which country sees the most average hours of sunshine yearly? Well, unsurprisingly, 6 of the sunniest countries in the world are found on the African continent. You don't want to forget your sunblock when visiting these sultry destinations. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button to help us out. Now, here are 10 of the sunniest countries in the world. Number 10. Australia. The only surprising thing about seeing Australia on the list is how low it ranks. After all, the land down under is renowned for its epic continental interior, the bush. Australia isn't just the oldest and flattest continent on Earth, it's also the driest. You'd think, therefore, that this colossal country would see substantially more sunlight. Nevertheless, the sunniest place in Australia, Tennant Creek, is found in the vast Northern Territory. This little outpost of civilization sees 3,569 hours of sunlight yearly on average. Yet despite the scorching temperatures, its massive size means Australia is a mega-diverse country. Alongside other monumental nations like China, India, and Brazil, Australia boasts climates as different as savanna and rainforest in the north, desert and semi-arid in the interior, and Mediterranean along the eastern coasts. But no matter where you are, the sun is almost always shining. Number 9. Kenya. Next up is Kenya, situated below the Horn of Africa on the continent's eastern coast. Like Australia, Kenya is incredibly diverse in its biomes and climates, though not officially mega-diverse. From snow-capped mountaintops to dense forests, Kenya is amongst the most varied African countries. It even hosts 2 absolute deserts, the Chalbi Desert and the Erie Desert. Indeed, in the former is the regional capital of Lodwar, Kenya's sunniest area. Averaging 3,578 hours of sunlight per year, Lodwar experiences a hot desert climate, with temperatures hovering around 40 degrees throughout the year. Nearby is Lake Turkana. It is the world's largest permanent desert lake and the largest alkaline lake. But if you find yourself stranded in this inhospitable region, don't drink the water. High fluoride and salt levels make it unsuitable for quenching your thirst during the endless sunny days. Regardless of the scorching climate, almost 83,000 people call this Kenyan city home, relying on basket weaving and tourism to survive. After all, the weather's always fine. Number 8. Madagascar. Madagascar is a tale of 2 countries. This gargantuan island is situated in the Indian Ocean, to the east of the African continent. On its western side, facing the continent, the island experiences torrential monsoons, producing a tropical monsoon climate. Meanwhile, the eastern side faces the Indian Ocean, where the trade winds shower the shorelines in rains, creating a tropical jungle paradise. Amidst these 2 climates is a strange world full of exotic creatures. Indeed, Madagascar split from the Indian subcontinent 88 million years ago, meaning 90% of its wildlife is found nowhere else on Earth. There's only one exception to the 2 dominant climates. The southern shoreline sees little rain and a lot of sun, being an arid steppe climate. But in one small spot, things get even more extreme. An island of arid desert clings to the shoreline at Toliara, where sunlight shines on average for 3,597 hours annually. That's earned it the nickname the City of Sun. So don't forget your bathing suit if you're visiting. You'll definitely need to take a dip to cool off. Number 7. United Arab Emirates. At number 7, we have the tiny maritime nation located at the eastern end of the Arabian Peninsula. The country is mostly desert, with hot summers and warm winters. In the hottest months of July and August, temperatures reach above 113 degrees Fahrenheit, or 45 degrees Celsius on the coastal plain. However, it is the federal capital, the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, where the country's sunniest climate is found. The city experiences a staggering 3,609 hours of average sunshine yearly. It should come as no surprise. After all, the Tropic of Cancer runs through the southern part of the emirate, giving the local climate the defining arid characteristic. Locals have rapidly expanded the nearby green areas, planting parks and roadside plantations to capitalize on the near-perpetual sunshine. Yet the lack of rainfall means only 1.2% of the total land is used for agriculture. Nevertheless, more than 2 million people call the blistering desert city home, a truly phenomenal achievement. Number 6. Niger. Nowhere on Earth brings to mind images of sun and sand more than the Sahara Desert. Covering an area greater than the continental US, the endless sea of sand swelters under sunshine that seemingly goes on forever. Niger boasts a colossal land area of almost 490,000 square miles, though over 80% of its land area lies in the Sahara Desert. Most of the 22 million inhabitants squeeze into the country's far south and west, where the desert gives way to the grasslands of the Sahel. Little wonder then that the country's sunniest spot is found in the small oasis town of Bilma, marooned far from civilization, the last stop before the end of the world. Average annual sunshine is reported to top 3,674 hours, though according to some sources, it may go as high as 4,000 hours. Temperatures here are almost too hot for human habitation, with the region's record being 118.8 degrees Fahrenheit or 48.2 degrees Celsius. That's not just hot, that's halfway to boiling, literally. We're now halfway through our video. If you're still with us, comment the sun emoji below. Number 5. South Africa. Of all the continental African entries on this list, South Africa is the only one without territory in the Sahara. In fact, the country couldn't be any further from the Sahara, situated at the south tip of the continent. Far from the stereotype of open savanna, South Africa's climate is characterized by a temperate Mediterranean region in the east and an arid desert region in the west. Indeed, the South African climate is amongst the most varied in the entire continent. In the country's hot western desert regions, the sunniest location is found, the city of Upington, slung along the banks of the Orange River. On average, the northern Cape City basks in 3,732 hours of annual sunshine, peaking in December, where 367 hours of unadulterated sun can be enjoyed. The hottest month is January, however. Temperatures as high as 42.3 degrees have been recorded, some of the warmest in the country. Number 4. Chad. Like Madagascar, Chad is dominated by two climatic zones. The Sahara Desert sizzles under the ceaseless sun in the north, slowly transforming from the Sahel into the more fertile Sudanian savanna in the south. However, Lake Chad, after which the country is named, is the nation's defining feature. Once a colossal inland sea, Lake Mega-Chad is estimated to have covered an area of 390,000 square miles, larger than the Caspian Sea today. Much has changed. As the sweltering sun turned the verdant grasslands to the desert, the lake's water has dried up. But only a few thousand years before, it is believed to have stretched as far northeast as Faya-Largeau. Now the city of just 15,000 people is an arid desert town, lost in the sandy dunes of northern Chad. Indeed, it's also the country's sunniest spot, averaging 3,792 hours of sunlight per year. In fact, every month roasts under a minimum of 290 hours of blistering sunlight. Here, water is scarce, with months from November through to April experiencing no rainfall, just sun, and more sun. So, bring a pair of shades. Number 3. Sudan. After losing its southern portion, which became the world's newest country of South Sudan in 2011, the country is almost all desert. Africa's third largest country by area, covering 728,216 square miles, its northern region is dominated by the Nubian and Bayuda deserts. It's here along the banks of the Nile that we find Dongola, one of the hottest, sunniest, and driest regions in the world. The area receives 3,814 hours of annual sunlight on average, equivalent to almost 159 days of 24-hour sunshine. Yet despite the arid and unwelcoming climate, Dongola was a center of Nubian civilization for hundreds of years, all thanks to the Nile's life-giving waters. Ruins of temples, churches, and a great citadel date back to the medieval period. However, this sunny outpost was in terminal decline by the 13th and 14th centuries. Little by little, the desert swallowed the old town and monastery whole, all under the unceasing gaze of the sun. Number 2. Egypt. Of all the gods in the ancient Egyptian pantheon, Ra, the sun god, stood supreme. He was believed to rule all parts of the created world, from the sky to the underworld and everything in between. It's not hard to understand why. Except for the fragile slither of land surrounding the Nile River, almost the entire surface area of Egypt is classified as a hot, arid desert, the warmest and most formidable of all the climates. Across the majority of the country, the weather is nearly always sunny and clear, especially in cities such as Luxor, Asyut, and Aswan. Aswan in particular sees 3,863 hours of annual sunlight on average, close to the maximum theoretical sunshine duration. It's one of the sunniest places on Earth. At the sun's zenith, 374.6 hours of sunshine occurs in July, with December lows of just 289.1 hours. Temperatures here have been recorded as high as 124 degrees Fahrenheit, or 51 degrees Celsius way back in 1918. Yet it's only one of the least humid cities on the planet. You're nearly at the end of our video. We're on a mission to explore all of Earth's amazing destinations. Make sure you're subscribed. That way you'll always be notified of our latest videos. Number 1. United States. Our number 1 entry isn't a nation defined by desert, nor a tropical paradise swamped in the jungle. Yet due to its colossal size from ocean to ocean, the United States is the undisputed sunniest country on Earth. Of the 10 sunniest locations worldwide, the US hosts 5 of them: El Paso, Tucson, Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Yuma. The last 2 take the top spots for the sunniest places on Earth. That's right, Yuma, Arizona may seem like an unlikely candidate. However, according to the Guinness World Record, the Mexican border town is the sunniest city on Earth, receiving 4,015 hours of pure sunlight on average every year, or roughly 91% of the year. Don't be fooled though. Yuma only tops the list of sunniest places for 1 month a year. Rather, the city claims the overall top spot by having unremitting sunshine all year round. Here, the sun never drops below 8 hours a day in any month. Phoenix, meanwhile, is a little behind its Arizona neighbor, recording 3,872 hours of annual sunlight. But it somehow still manages to support over 1.6 million residents. For how long? We can only guess. Hey, thanks for watching. Want to suggest a video or have something to say? Let us know in the comments section below. Check out our countries playlist for more videos like this one.